Of a new funded account. It's a $150,000 Top Step account that I'm going to get funded. Somebody commented on my Instagram and said that their rules are too hard to pass, so I took it as a challenge to prove to you guys that it is not impossible to pass. And so today was day one, and we'll get into my trade that I took. I only took one trade on the NASDAQ, and we'll kind of go through that together real quick. I don't want this video to be too long. Just want to show you my entry and exit on my trade. And that's pretty much it. Because it was very simple and I didn't even watch this trade happen because I left my house and went to go get a golf lesson. So I wasn't even watching the trade. I had my set stop loss and my set target where I wanted to get out. And we'll get into it. So on here on the left is the S&P. On the right is the NASDAQ, which is what I traded today. We did have the jobs report at 8:30, so that actually did help spike my trade into my profit taking area pretty quickly at 8:30. So let's go through this together. So what you're looking at is just a simple VWAP. I call it the balance boss because I tweaked the VWAP a little bit, made it how I like it, and it's been working pretty damn good. So if you look from where the overnight session started, right? So here you have all of yesterday, and then overnight started around here at 6 p.m. Eastern time, right? So in the overnight session, what I was seeing, so when I wake up in the morning, I like to look what happened overnight, okay? I want to see what's going on, what's the action like overnight, and that helps me formulate a plan for the session. So overnight, really not much action, right? We're just trading in between this zone and just, chopping around. I call this balance, right? A lot of people call this, this is just the range, balance, whatever you want to call it. So it was a pretty balanced overnight session until around here where price started to break out of this range and start trending lower. Okay, so this happened all the way up until like 4 in the morning. Obviously, I'm asleep, so I'm not really, trading during this time, but there were some good trades there if you were a London trader or somebody who trades in the overnight session. And then it wasn't until like 6 o'clock in the morning when I woke up and I instantly found a good spot, right? So when the market's trending, you're expecting it to just, continue to make new lows and then have these little retracements, right? And then just continue lower. Well, it wasn't until like 4:30 that trend ended, okay? So once I saw the trend end around, I didn't see it when I woke up at 6 in the morning and looked back. I saw around 4 in the morning this downtrend started to fail, and we, went back into this balance phase, right? So let me get some of this shit off the charts. So once we started to fail that downtrend, now I'm looking for longs, so I would be looking for longs, okay? And then, my target is the other side of balance, maybe like the overnight high, which would have been, up here. That was your overnight high around 15,245. And it got up to about, 15,220. Okay. And then at 6 in the morning, I'm looking at the markets before I go take my golf lesson. And I'm like, all right, this is remaining in balance, right? It's remaining inside this range. So once it got down to this area where you see I bought, once it got down to this area and failed to break this lower range, then I faded it. This is called a fade, right? So what I'm doing here is essentially fading the weakness from the sellers and then getting long, buying it, and waiting for it to go back up. So I got long around 15,200, put my stop like right under that previous candle, that previous wick, which was right under 15,200. So my stop was actually, I gave it a little wiggle room, 15,193, left it in, and then left the house and went to go golf. And then let's rewind and kind of see how this played out. Because like I said, I wasn't watching it. I knew my risk and I knew my reward. It was about a 4-to-1, right? Risk to reward ratio, almost a 5-to-1 trade. And let's play this replay feature to see how this played out, right? So boom. Now, how the hell, I've never really used this feature. I'm just doing it for the video. But let's go replay speed, 3x, so we see kind of how this plays out. So it hits my entry, just starts chopping around, hits the middle of this VWAP, which is where I would start to scale out of some. Then it comes down and tests my entry again, and then boom. By 8:30, right? 8:30, this is probably 8:30 right there, let me see. By 8:30, it spikes me out of this trade right when the NFP news release released, right? So that was a nice trade, just finding the range, going against the weakness when price is inside the range. And yeah, that was good for about $2,000 on this new Top Step account. So there you can see, I don't know why it says winning trades too. I only took one trade. And you can see that if I go into my orders, I bought 3, and then I sold 3, filled, boom. So yeah, I don't know why it had 2 orders in there. 2 trades in there. It was just that one trade, and that was about $2,000 profit. So I got about $7,000 left till I get funded on this 150K account. I'll keep you posted. And yeah, that was the trade of the day. Top Step is also doing some crazy deals right now. So if you want information on how you could start trading a $150,000 account, click the link in the description of this video. And subscribe if you like these. Let me know what you thought about this trade. And I'll see you later. Peace.